Willie D Live.
Well, in my dealings with females, and I don't want to stereotype all women, but I do notice a difference in women who had that father who gave them, from birth to whenever, just gave them that security and that, that ever-present father who's like strong. What happens is you come across women who have really good examples of men, and they expect that of you. They don't take that short dog BS or something. They know what it's supposed to be. And then if you find a lot of women, and I'm not saying all, who don't have that male guidance throughout their younger years, and they come across the bullshit out there, they kind of like, they don't know that image of what a good father is, so they look for different things in men. That's personal opinion. But I do notice that I've come across the daddy issue girls. So I went through my phase. I'm like, man, give me a girl with some daddy issues. That's all day. Give it to me. Right. And then I've went through my phase where I like a woman with a solid family foundation, because you get a different sort of mindset.
Yeah, well, you definitely don't get the trauma that's usually associated with that.
Yeah, so I don't want to categorize everybody, but it's out there, and you can take it how you want, but I witnessed it firsthand, Yeah. So I think that...
Are you trying to be politically correct?
I'm just trying to, keep little outs. Because, I talk shit. Talking shit is my job. But people are so sensitive about these one-liners. Yeah. And you just kind of the one-liners that hurt people, you got to give a little disclaimer while you do it. Right. I'm hurting you, but I'm excluding you. So fall in where you want to fall in. But it's true, man. Women, they embrace it themselves. They come in the door talking about, I don't know if you can handle me. I got daddy issues. And they tell you right off the rip. Yeah. It's about to go down.
But don't you think that, I hear a lot of times we talk about women with daddy issues, but don't a lot of us men have daddy issues too?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Either way. I mean, if you get into the black community, man, we deal with a lot of family parameters that affect us, man, and we are now talking about the mental health issues that are in our community, but for a long time we wouldn't. In the hip hop community, we would not discuss that shit. We just do it. We just go through it, So it's a good thing that we're talking about it. But I think a lot of us black men are damaged. They even you can't really blame the fathers before us. Because look what they up against. Look what we up against, our generation. It's the same thing. We the guys who come out of the 80s. We like guinea pigs to the American judicial system. And then even before us, we were losing our fathers to, whatever could cause a divorce, the strains of financial things that were happening to inner city families. Just now with the after effects of what we saw happen in the 80s with, I call it mass incarceration. I think it was a crime against us. I don't think the crack epidemic was the black community and the Latino community out of control, taking advantage of selling drugs to our own community. I think it was all one big setup, you know what I mean? And no matter how you go around the story, you point this, and this happened, coming from the 80s to the 90s, what really happened was we locked up about 2 million people, and we broke a lot of families. And now you truly see the after effect when these men are coming home in their 40s and 50s. They've been gone since they was teenagers and young 20s and stuff. And you just see all the kids who never had a father, or who had a father who went to prison or murdered, and a mother who got strung out or prison or something like that. And it's just, you see what it did. And yeah, we got daddy issues, man, a lot of us.
The government truly are agents of chaos. What they do is they create chaos and then they swoop in and play the hero. Mm-hmm. And that's what they did with welfare. That's what they did. Well, let me go all the way back. Let me go to slavery. That's what they did with slavery. That's what they did with Reconstruction. That's what they did with redlining. That's what they did with mass incarceration, the crack cocaine. The government created all of these social constructs. Mm-hmm. And then they let it get out of control. And especially when you start thinking about the crack situation. they brought the. This is documented. It ain't a claim. This is documented. The government brought the drugs into the neighborhood, brought the drugs into the hood, and then allowed the guns to come in and said, "Okay, now y'all go for it." They know what's gonna happen. They know.
And then they rewrote the laws so that if you have those two things that we gave you,
and then if you do it, then we do it. Then we're gonna lock you up. Y'all gonna for those of you who survive, we're gonna lock you up, and we're gonna take away your freedom. We're gonna take away your rights or whatever you have, and then we're gonna take out your kids, and then we're gonna handle your kids for you.
My problem is the fathers who got locked up. They figured it out at some point as they sat in these jail cells, and they like, holy shit, I got swindled. Like they realized, like my young thug life and my crack dealing 5 years of on top of the world, it was a setup. It was a straight setup, and before we could even get that warning, we could hear that warning, hey, don't do what I did, it's too late. We got the homies out here. Man, I'm thugging till I die. They tatted up everywhere. And it's like, the I'm thugging thing to me is such a major part of the brainwashing to continue the mass incarceration. You don't really have to do much to get these brothers to go to jail. Just let them thug it out, man. Thug it out. I'm thugging out. I'm throwing it up, and it's like, Brody, if you doing that shit for a fast track, one way fast track to a prison sentence, man, you're in the trap. The trap. Like, bro, what you doing now? I'm about to go to the trap and get my money, bro. You going to the trap to get trapped, motherfucker.
Right.
Like, I just wish that the brothers who did 28 years, 35 years, I wish that they could be heard by the young brother who is about to be a thug, and but they don't want to hear that shit.
Heard because
they don't want to hear that shit.
They're gonna feel like you ain't got nothing. They really don't listen to you unless you got money. I don't care what you do. Like you can be a person that's trying to save the world. They're gonna see how you dress. They're gonna see what you're driving, and if you ain't got that,
I'm a hypocrite if I say, young homie, that thug shit is a swindle, man. Don't do it. They're like, well, what'd you do when you was young? I was like, I was thugging. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, nigga, what's the difference? So it's hard to get the message across, man. But I swear that is like something that eats away at me daily. Is I wish that there was something that we could do that's loud enough to just shock the homies and go, bruh, I'm telling you right now, man, if it's a race, we both 20 years old, and you hard on the boulevard in the streets, I promise you that little nerd nigga is going to be past you by the time he 40, 45. He's going to be so far past you, you're never going to catch him. And he's going the square-ass executive route. He's really going to live a better life than you. And you winning right now with the thugging and the pull in the streets, but it's not going to last long. So I don't know how to get that across, man. I put as much of it in the music as possible, little by little. I've been doing it since I was young, but I just feel like the preaching voice is not the answer. And I don't mean preachers. I mean all of us preaching. Somehow it's got to be something that gets that I want to go to a HBCU. I want to start my own business. I want to be successful. Something's got to feed that more than feeding I want to run the block, you know?